Alter, was ist das für eine Kirche?
So the Nailman urban legend originated at this church.
Sieht überhaupt nicht gruselig aus mit diesen Augenglasfenstern.
There aren't any ghosts here, are there? It's safe, right?
What's the matter, Halara?
I hate churches. I find them devoid of value.
Huh? Why is that?
Because prayer is obviously inferior to payment. Just look at the tragedies the city has seen. There is no God to save you. The lost lamb should look to detectives for help instead, don't you think?
I don't know about that. Depends on the individual.
Forget it. For now, let's talk to the people around the church.
Will they even listen to us?
They can't say no if we say we're on assignment for the peacekeepers.
Is it okay to lie like that?
Whether it's okay or not is secondary. Our priority is to solve the case. In order to achieve that, deception is at times required. Now, let us educate those who are here that their true savior isn't beyond the rain clouds.
Was?
What is it you wanted to speak about?
Das sind ja mal die weirdesten Priester und Nonnen oder was der Geil, was die wohl je gesehen habe.
I've already spoken to the peacekeepers a bunch of times. How many times do I gotta say it?
Hasn't the culprit already been arrested?
Well, I don't mind. I have time to talk.
Anbeter.
How long are you going to stand around like some tombstone? Our time is short. Why do you think we've gathered them here?
Oh, yeah. We have to question them, right?
It's your move. Play your card.
Do I really have to do this? I guess Halara seems intent on being the assistant.
Ja, sie wird halt auch nur für Assistentin bezahlt.
In my opinion, it'd go much faster if Halara did this, Master.
But I have to do it. No point in wasting time thinking about it.
Time for an
Schauen wir den
investigation.
oben an.
Excuse me, but you are...
Do you even have to ask? You know who I am.
Huh? No, I think today is the first time we've met.
What? You're investigating the Nailman and you don't know who I am?
What's that supposed to mean?
This must be the clergy member on the report who was the first to find the body.
Yeah, that's right! I was the first on the scene!
Right, it was on the report. I'm impressed Halara was able to realize it so quickly.
I've been attending every day since I was first baptized here as a child. That's how pious I am. But I don't work here, so it's not like I'm a clergy member. I just love mystical places like this. There's an otherworldly feeling to it, you know? I love researching this type of stuff, which is why I've been keeping an eye on Nailman activity for a while now.
So, you know a lot about the Nailman.
That's an understatement. In fact, you could say I'm an expert in Nailman research.
In that case, what do you think about the clock tower murder? Though it seems the suspect has already been arrested.
I think he was framed.
You do? Then who do you think the real killer is?
The real Nailman, obviously.
Oh.
The peacekeepers are making a big mistake. Listen, the Nailman exists. The Nailman is summoned through a ritual and commits murder based on a sacrificial doll.
That's impossible.
Yeah, I get it. You probably want proof. In that case, look for a doll in the forest. You'll find a nailed doll with a name tag for the dark ceremony. Whoever's name is on it is the Nailman's next target. Just follow someone in town with the same name. If you're lucky, you might have a run-in with the Nailman. Unfortunately, I wasn't so lucky. I've missed him by just a hair 4 times already.
I see. So you can guess the next victim based on each doll's name tag.
I was so close at the clock tower, too. I found someone whose name matched a name tag and figured out she was heading to the clock tower. I called the peacekeepers and entered the clock tower, but I was too late. Damn it! If only I'd acted sooner. I was so close to meeting the nail man.
Guess he just wants to meet the nail man and doesn't care about preventing the murders. So he's an occult enthusiast? Seems like a huge weirdo.
Aber voll.
And you are...
I do the odd jobs like cleaning around the church. I also care for the forest.
Do you know anything about the nail man?
I often patrol the woods, but I'm usually asleep at night. When morning comes around, there are dolls nailed to the trees. It's tough to clean all of them up. I've never seen the nail man himself, but I've seen people enter the forest plenty of times.
Have you ever talked to them?
I have, but they typically run away. Some get surprised and leave their nails and doll behind. I chase after them to give them back their dolls, but I'm never fast enough. They always get away.
Wenn du den auch so hinterher rennst.
That makes sense with a body like that.
I understand. Thank you very much. You are...
What are you, blind? I'm a nun, obviously.
Ja.
Some nerve. Calling me here out of nowhere. Do you know how busy I am with choir practice? I'll kill your ass in the name of God.
Sorry.
She's the type my master has trouble with.
I'll have you know, my dad is a higher up at Amaterasu Corporation. I don't care if you're on a mission from the peacekeepers. If you piss me off, Papa will make you regret it.
Right. I'd just like to ask some questions. I'll keep it quick. Do you know anything about this nail man?
You mean the guy nailing up dolls? Well, I have seen someone going into the forest late at night. Whenever I've gone into the forest afterward, I usually find dolls nailed to the trees. The dolls have names written in what looks like blood. It's creepy as hell, really. In other words, it's totally metal.
I see. By the way, what happened to your right hand? Did you get hurt?
Hey, don't stare. It's nothing. I went a little overboard while practicing an instrument.
Instrument?
I'm working on this new thing I call death metal choir. I was messing around on the bass and, well, you know.
Is that your dominant hand?
What kind of question is that? You want to die or something?
Oh,
It is her dominant hand. I'm sure of it.
I see.
Okay. Wir sind echt schon viel weiter.
Are you the priest of this church?
That's right. My family has served this church for many generations. Though I only became a man of the cloth in recent years, the blood of martyrs spanning centuries dwells within me. Thus, my existence is but a piece of the eternal prayers offered. That is my mission, as the divine has guided me to do.
I don't get why, but he sure seems proud to be a priest.
Do you know about the nail man?
Of course. I have no idea how that rumor spread around. Perhaps it was even started by a wish made by those seeking salvation, which created the fantasy of the nail man.
Salvation? The people of this city must be crazy if they look to the nail man for salvation.
Hey, that actually sounds kind of cool. I know how they feel. I want to tie you up and go to a world where it's just you and me, Master.
Isn't it basically already like that?
Oh, das war's
I've
schon?
talked to everyone. Halara, is there anything you'd like to ask them?
Only end your turn once you've secured a shot at victory.
Does that mean I should gather more information? What else should I ask about?
Nach den Puppen, ob irgendwas Seltsames passiert, nach den Verdächtigen. Lass uns die 4 Fragen. Vergangene Nailman-Morde.
There have been several Nailman cases in the past, right? Does anyone know anything about past cases?
You know a lot about these things, right?
Yeah, you can ask me anything about the Nailman, including all past cases, obviously. I was the first to find the body every time.
Huh? Every time?
There's no reason to look surprised. I already told you how I did it. I find dolls with name tags in the forest. Then, I look for whoever's supposed to be the next victim. But every time I find a victim, they're already dead.
Being the first on scene each time sounds super suspicious.
Das dachte ich mir auch.
You think I'm suspicious, don't you? I suppose you would. The first person on the scene can always lie and say they discovered the body in a locked room. But the thing is, I've never been alone when I've discovered a body. All of the crime scenes had no way in or out, so I'd open them with someone nearby, or by asking the peacekeepers.
So the body's discovery was never done alone. If that's true, then all the rooms really were locked.
Master, why don't you ask for more details about past cases?
Can you tell me more about each case?
There have been 3 Nailman cases in the past 6 months, excluding the first happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki district. It's essentially a members-only casino. The victim owned the place. At the time, the Nailman was just a name you'd sometimes hear about in urban legends. But I had a person, and then I knew that it had to be the Nailman.
And that crime scene was also within a locked room?
Yeah, all of the Nailman crime scenes have common characteristics. There's always a corpse and doll coated in nails, and also the murderer leaves no trace behind. Isn't that bizarre? See why I'm so interested in the Nailman?
I totally get it.
Don't empathize with him.
The secret club was the first locked room mystery. As for the second, it was at a mansion in the residential area near Ginma district. About 3 months ago, the owner of the mansion was murdered in the building's study. The crime scene again took place in a locked room with a corpse and doll covered in nails inside. Considering all this, there's no doubt it was committed by the Nailman. By then, I knew the legendary Nailman had descended upon Kanai Ward. The third locked room mystery occurred a month ago. A woman was killed in an art gallery storage in Ginma district. It also featured a body and a doll covered in nails in a completely locked room. And today, the fourth locked room mystery happened at the clock tower. That's every single Nailman case. At least, for now. I'm sure the Nailman will continue on. He will enact revenge for the people of Kanai Ward.
Wow, frühere Nailman-Morde. Nach den Puppen.
That reminds me, is there any information about the dolls used in the Nailman ceremonies? I know a few have been found at the crime scenes, too.
You find that stuff in any doll shop.
Doll shop?
Huh? You haven't seen one? What are you, a foreigner or something? Around here, all the craft shops have been selling fancy dolls for a long time. They were mostly souvenirs. Some places still sell them at steep discounts just to get rid of their stock. If you know where to look, you'll see mountains of illegally discarded dolls all over the place.
I see. So they aren't much of a clue given how easy they are to obtain.
Seltsames.
Has anyone noticed strange things happening near the church lately?
Wow, what a vague question.
Oh, now that you mention it,
What is it? Please, any small detail will help.
something strange was burning in the incinerator earlier.
What do you mean by strange?
Like, I thought it was a rope, but all I can say is it looked strange.
Can you try drawing what it looked like? It does look like some sort of bizarre rope.
Strickleiter.
It's like a centipede with legs missing from one side. Looks delicious.
Hä?
I was worried that it wasn't supposed to be burned, so I tried to take it out. But I was too late. It was completely incinerated. I asked around to see if anyone knew about it, but everyone claimed they hadn't thrown away anything like it. The incinerator is surrounded by a locked fence. Only clergy can access it.
So, no one here recognized it?
I don't even work here in the first place.
Only clergy can access the incinerator, but no one claims to have thrown it away.
I don't know if this has anything to do with the case, but something's fishy.
Verbrannte Seilüberreste. Verdächtigen.
A watchmaker was arrested earlier. He's suspected of being involved in the nailman incident. Does anyone know anything about him?
A watchmaker? You mean G.A. Colin? I've asked him to fix the church clock several times. To think that he's the nail man.
Well, it hasn't been proven that he's the culprit yet.
Oh, I see. But if it were him, no one would blame him.
What do you mean?
This city has completely changed. Everyone is seeking salvation in some way. The nail man was born out of our situation.
You mean the nailman is what the people actually wanted?
Many would certainly deny it, but the nailed dolls continue to appear in our forest. If the nail man acts as their agent, then they are also the nail man. In a way, that's how I see it. What do you think?
It's true. The nailman could be seen as a savior to some people. After all, he kills the people you want dead for you. I mean, the victim had it coming for doing something worth getting killed over, right?
I think I've asked about everything I wanted to find out.
Looks like time is almost up. Let's get going.
Was that okay?
Yes, it will suffice. Thank you for your cooperation.
Wir gehen weg. Wir schauen uns nicht die Nägel an.
You should study their faces well. They may end up being accused of the murders.
Huh?
You need to remember every face so you can spot them even if they flee through a crowd.
Wait! Do you mean the actual culprit is one of them?
Perhaps. There's not enough information yet to act on. We have no time to waste. Let's investigate the other crime scenes. Best not to scramble what little gray matter rests in your head. So let's examine the crime scenes chronologically.
Okay. Well, the first murder occurred at...
Club. Club im Kamasaki-Distrikt.
It's the secret club in the Kamasaki district, right?
Correct. Let's hurry. I won't allow time to be wasted.
Aha. Halt. Für Dinge habe ich mittlerweile eigentlich Fähigkeiten. Fertigkeitspunkte 7. Muss man dann auch bei Gelegenheit nochmal was. Schlüsselmeister. Entferne Lösungsschlüssel, Auswahlsequenzen, einen falschen Lösungsschlüssel. Ach stimmt, ich kann ja auch bloß 10 nehmen. Ups. So, dann schauen wir mal. Aber den haben wir bloß diese Stelle untersuchen. Bin mal gespannt. Ah ja, stimmt, die Ladezeiten gehen ja so lang. Das waren schon ziemlich weirde Gestalten jetzt. Aber wen würde ich da einschätzen, wo der Mörder ist?
Halara? I've been thinking. The first incident was 6 months ago, right? If we go to the crime scene now, there's nothing left to investigate.
You think it will be a waste of time? There's no need to worry about that.
So, you have a plan then?
What? You're working with Halara Nightmare. What more could you possibly ask for? Now, let's be swift.
Huh? Right.
I don't really get it, but talk about confidence.
Das auf jeden Fall. Da unten.
I smell a mystery. I'm all hyped up.
This
Wobei,
appears to be the crime scene, but it's sealed off. They've left it like this for 6 months?
No doubt they've shirked their obligation to clean up. I suspect the peacekeepers are lazy to a fault.
und deswegen kannst du da auch noch Sachen finden. Als ob die das interessiert.
It's open. Let's go inside.
Die hat so hart zugeschlagen, dass nichts davon übrig geblieben ist. Geheimer Club, ein illegales Casino nur für Mitglieder. Alter, der war ja an die fucking Wand genagelt.
The peacekeepers may be sloppy, but even they wouldn't leave the crime scene completely untouched. The body was probably found around here. The victim's name is Suguma Iho, an old man who owned this place. His reputation left much to be desired. This place was an illegal casino operating at obscene rates. Even the cheating was rampant.
You sure know a lot about it. When did you...
I told you, I gathered my own intel while waiting at the cafe. The real interesting note is that this crime scene also had no way in or out. At the time of discovery, the door was locked from the inside.
There aren't any windows either, which is expected given that it's underground. There are air vents, but they have secure covers barring entry. Besides, no one's able to reach that high up.
No windows. The only way in and out is the door that was locked from the inside. It's a locked room mystery. Locked room mystery.
Alter, wie es voll abgeht.
But there's not much more to investigate. We don't know what state the body was in at the time of discovery.
I told you not to worry. The conditions have all been met.
Conditions?
Don't tell me you've forgotten I'm a master detective.
Oh,
My forte is post-cognition, the power to see the past.
Was?
However, it can only be used at murder scenes. To be precise, I can only see how the crime scene appeared at the time it was first discovered. Another way to describe it would be as crime scene limited psychometry, if that's easier to understand.
That's amazing! It's like the perfect forte for a detective!
My power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene.
Alter, was für eine Kraft.
Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered. The memory or perception of the witness does not affect my postcognition. What I see is what actually was there. When it comes to my power, the witness is not a camera or a recording device, but rather a trigger. Perhaps the best way to think of it is like a bookmark stuck between the pages of when the body was found. Well, there's no point in wasting more time explaining. Let's have a look.
That power sure is convenient. Explains all the confidence. It's similar to the mystery labyrinth, where I recreate the crime scene in your mind. But now it's done in the real world. Although, it is limited to both the crime scene and the moment of first discovery.
But still, it's amazing.
On the other hand, my master's got nothing. Why is life so unfair? Now I'm angry!
Hä, der hat doch dich.
Master, can I nibble on your heart to help cheer me up?
Of course not.
Schlüssel halten über Halaras Forte. Jetzt bin ich mal gespannt. Hä?
Postcognition. I wonder what it's like.
Well, do I have some good news for you?
What is it this time?
Master, try to remember. Did you feel anything back on the Amaterasu Express? You know, when the other master detectives used their powers?
This sensation. I felt it when Aphex used his powers. Somehow, it feels like I can hear what Poochie hears.
Ah, dann kann er auch sehen, was sie sieht.
Right. I can sense whenever a master detective uses their power.
Yes, that's it! Maybe your coalescence will work now.
Coalescence?
Simply put, it's the ability to share someone else's power. On the train, you only felt the resonance of other people's fortes, but its true function is to share their powers.
Wait. Then that means I can also see the scene in the past with Halara? That's amazing! Is this your ability, Shinigami?
Something like that. But there are conditions for it to activate. You must kiss someone to share their ability.
What? Kiss Halara?
Ha! I lied.
Ja, vor allem, der hat's ja vorher schon gemacht.
Look at you blush. Did you really want to? You still don't know if Halara is a boy or a girl.
Oh, quit messing around and tell me how it works.
You need permission from the person sharing the ability first. Then, you must hold hands while the ability is active. That's it.
Okay, I can do that.
Jetzt bin ich mal gespannt. Ich bin immer noch gespannt, wie der hier rausgekommen ist. Wobei ich ja da eher auf einen Untergrund tippe. Dass da irgendwo eine Tür ist, wo dann runtergeht. Oder vielleicht eine Tür, wo hinten reingeht. War das der Typ, der hier gestorben ist? Sieht sehr gezeichnet aus. Na gut.
Halara. Halara?
I need you to be quiet. I'm concentrating.
Sorry, but there's something I want to ask.
Coalescence. Hold hands. You and me.
Yes, that way I'll be able to see the past too. I think.
My sources made no mention of such an ability. In fact, you're just a trainee.
Yeah, but I just remembered I had it. Anyway, we don't have much time. Let's try it.
Sie ist nicht so begeistert.
I have no intention of getting friendly with you.
Oh, it's not like that.
I despise you.
Ja.
Huh?
Just the thought of holding your hand makes my skin crawl.
I didn't know you hated me so much.
Let me be clear. I don't just hate you in particular.
Sondern alle.
I despise all of humanity equally.
Oh, ich mag sie. Es gibt einfach zu viele Menschen, die man hassen kann. Man muss nur mal ins Internet schauen. Wie viele Vollidioten laufen da rum?
I don't trust anyone. Except the dead.
I had a feeling. Halara must be a demon straight from hell.
Halara.
Then why did you choose to help me with the investigation?
Money?
As I told you in the beginning, I always work sincerely for the payment I receive. As long as you promise payment, I will promise my utmost efforts as a professional.
Then please, hold my hand. It's necessary for the investigation. You can add this to my bill if you want. You'll agree then, right?
Fine. If it's what I must do as a detective, then I have no choice but to agree.
Uah, wie sie das überhaupt nicht mag. Die Sachen waren anders angeordnet.
I can see it. Everything looks different than a moment ago. Incredible. So this is post-cognition.
Can you really see it? So your coalescence is real. I didn't expect you to already have your own Forte. Well, this does save me the trouble of reporting it back to you, but it's quite inconvenient to keep our hands joined. Very well. Go ahead and lead the investigation.
Me?
If you can see what I see, that would be for the best. I'm only acting as your assistant, after all. This is quite the bizarre crime scene. But unusual crime scenes are expected when you work for the WDO. Now, let's see what you're capable of.
Muss ich es jetzt nicht immer halten? Ermitteln.